I will marry Kimberly.
And you're gonna kill Johnny Sins. He'll be a doctor and he'll fix himself.
Exactly. He'll fix himself. I think like emotionally, I can fall in love only with one person.
Yes.
Then I can be open sexually. We have different type of cups.
Yes.
Even with the same partner.
Yes.
You're together, but you have like, like sexual situations. I don't like couples to work even better. There's gonna be always like this, but I think when you have communication, that's how you can stay for longer.
I'm your host, Cookie, and I'm here with...
Sakanuma.
Yay! So excited to have you on Inside My Cookie Jar. Okay, so the tea on how we met. We've gone to multiple parties, and somehow we just keep seeing each other.
Yeah.
But the most recent one that we had, we were at the Ryan Paul birthday party. She was staying like hours away from the party. It was super late. I was like, we have an extra bed. Just come have a little sleepover with us. And then we ended up staying till like 7 a.m.
Yeah, talking, like connecting and stuff.
Such deep conversation. And I was like, we are the same person.
Right? I was feeling the same. Like we have been like going through the same situations.
Yes.
So yeah, I feel like so connected, like so, I don't know, I feel it personal.
Yes, very personal, very personal. And I was like, we have to have you over to collab.
Thank you.
And so here we are. Oh my gosh. Okay. So as we are working in the industry, branding, naming is so very, very important. I know and have learned the hard way for myself that I chose the name Cookie.
Yeah.
And then I had to kind of make a whole brand around that because everyone knew me as Cookie. So help me understand. I'm curious to where the name Sokanuma came from.
Okay, that's like I started choosing Sokanuma because that is a dancehall song. We in Costa Rica are very influenced by Jamaican music.
Okay.
Yeah. So the thing is that I grew up listening to dancehall Jamaican music, but it was actually before starting on doing all these content stuff. I was just driving, I remember, to my ex-boyfriend's house, and I was listening to the song. I was like, oh, I should put myself on Instagram, Sekanuma. That's it. But I was working for Amazon at that moment, so it was not that I was looking to brand that. Then I created like the Nina Cosa when I started working on this, but everybody started like meeting me in Costa Rica as Sekanuma, so Sekanuma was like the ad already, yeah. So it was like kind of unplanned.
Okay.
But everybody knows me like that, so it's like, okay, well.
Yeah. So now you're going to make a brand out of it. Okay, so that's like kind of similar to mine, where I was just like, I don't know, I just like this name. It sounds cute. Because you don't really think that you're going to like take off and be this big thing.
Exactly.
And so everyone has these like cute like first and last names. And then you're like, I'm Sokanuma. And they're like, what is that? You're like, it's a Jamaican song. Oh my gosh.
Exactly.
I think that's so funny. Okay, so it's a Jamaican song.
It's a Jamaican song.
Okay, I'm gonna need to listen to it so we can vibe out to it.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's so hard because Costa Rica has been like growing with that dancehall. You go to the supermarket in the town and they have dancehall. Everybody has dancehall. Even though we're not Jamaican, by the Caribbean side, we're very influenced. So yeah, not everybody likes that type of music.
Yeah.
I just love it because I grew up with that. So,
yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense. Okay, so you said that you were working for Amazon before this. What was like your job there? Tell me more about that.
Okay, I started just like in call centers. I have 32 and I worked 10 years for Amazon. So it's, like third time. I mean, the third side of my life working for Amazon, which I'm very grateful because I learned a lot of stuff on how to handle myself here, But I started like just taking calls in a call center, and then I started growing up like in the company as a manager.
Oh, okay.
So I ended up as a manager
of the call center.
No, I was now in corporate.
Yeah, okay, so like warehouses and like that kind of stuff.
Not warehouses. It was more like back-end type of operations. Like for example, I worked for risk management and stuff like
that. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so it was actually really fun. I love what I learned over there. And this situation with OnlyFans was something aside. Normally in Costa Rica, most of the girls that do OnlyFans is because they think it's an easy way to earn money.
Yeah.
And they do it because they have needs,
Yeah.
In my case, I was actually really good financially at that moment because I was doing Amazon.
Yes.
Plus freelancing.
Yes.
So, and OnlyFans was an aside thing because I love to, like take pictures in lingerie and stuff.
Yeah.
So that's how
just like sexy pictures, and
that's
it was just kind of like a little
explorative,
explorative thing. Yeah. So when did you officially decide to make the switch and do this full time?
Okay, I'm kind of a geek person, and this ADHD.
I love that.
So it's Plus the ADHD like makes you like when you feel like you like any topic you go deep, right?
Yes.
So it's part of the ADHD. So I remember like I've been studying sexology for a long time and reading books about sexuality. So like having these OnlyFans and stuff, I started like understanding the business more deeply, and then I saw an opportunity because freelancing and everything was so nice and I like it, but I was not passionate as I was like discovering this. So when I started like moving on this, I like to perform really well in whatever I do. So I saw that I was not performing at Amazon anymore and freelancing because I was focusing totally on OnlyFans. So there was a moment for me like I felt like okay, I need to be transparent with myself, and
Yeah.
I decided to quit to Amazon, quit the freelancing stuff, and move totally for the content creation for adults. Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. I know that it's like such a crazy thing to walk away from something that's so
Stable.
financially
Yeah,
stable.
totally.
I understand that. Yeah. When I walked away from tech as well, I was like, oh my gosh, what if I
What
can't
if-
come back?
Exactly.
What if they find out? And I was like, you know what? I'm just going to put everything into this. And
Yeah.
it worked out for the best.
Exactly. And sometimes it goes like this,
Yes.
even emotionally, even financially and stuff. But when it goes up, it goes very up. So I think it's like you can compensate the loss.
Yes.
You know?
So
Yeah.
it's constantly moving up and to the right, even if there's a dip.
Exactly. It's always moving up.
Yeah.
Totally. Yeah.
That makes sense. Okay. I love that you keep talking about all these things in like Costa Rica. And I'm super curious if there's anything that you do in your work where you bring that culture into your work.
Yeah. I think like the way we are in the sexual act, I've seen like it's very different between cultures.
Yes.
Like we have similarities and stuff. So I think like Latino has like this very passionate and vocal way. So I like to speak a lot. For example, yesterday that I was doing a collaboration with a couple, they were actually telling me like it's sexy that you talk a lot in Spanish. So I try to bring that like that Latino hot stuff in the act. And the passionate side, because people confuse like passionate with being in love, and it's not necessarily being in love. It's just being like very passionate. Like you feel like you
Like
want to put it
like
all
intimacy.
exactly intimacy. So that's what I'm trying to bring, and also like I want to provide like real sexuality, real sex, not only like a pretending. Also because I think as the way that I can perform the best, and I don't know. So I think that's the culture that I bring, like being so passionate about it.
Yes. Yeah. One thing that I really love that you've shared in our conversations is you're very intentional when you go into these shoots.
Yeah.
Right? Like you can sign up for some pretty hardcore, what most people would consider hardcore.
Yeah.
But you say that you find a way mentally to really like get into the scene with your partner.
Yeah.
Because
exactly.
otherwise you're just a recipient that's just like being used.
Exactly,
Right?
exactly. That's the thing. I think with pornography in the past, and maybe nowadays it could happen. It's a big like situation. Like let's be honest, society-wise, we are used as a woman. We are used to being used.
Yes.
So it's like in my case, a lot of people is like, they're using you. It's like no, I'm living my sexuality because I'm the one who's like willing to feel good.
Yes.
So I think like this is the change that I want to bring, and I know there's a lot of people doing it already. It's just like I want to be like, okay, we're human beings, we're women, we have a clitoris, which is an organ that is made only for having pleasure.
Yes.
So it's like
Use it.
Use it.
Men use it. Women use it.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like it's not bad for me having pleasure. It's actually a superpower.
Yes.
We come to a painful world and reality. I know suffering is a decision, but pain is not a decision. It's something that you gotta go through. So for me, pleasure is a way to balance it. Because you deserve also to feel good,
Yeah.
Eating good food, having good sex and stuff like that is not bad as long as the people involved in the act are like conscious about it. So
Yes. Yeah, absolutely. And that was something that you hit on when we were doing our 7 a.m. conversation, which I loved. And I was like, because that's what we do here at My Cookie Jar, right? It's very intentional, right? There is always a performative aspect to it because that's what we're creating.
Yeah.
But we want it to be fun and sexy and enjoyable. And
everybody on the same page. That's another thing. Like I take into consideration the other's part.
yes.
Because, for example, today I might be open to do DP or hardcore sex, but maybe tomorrow I don't want to.
Yes.
I just, so I try to listen to myself and to understand like people surrounding me. Because if you do hardcore, for example, maybe today you don't want to do that. So I want to listen to you and learn how others feels as well. So I
Yep.
think that's the way to perform well, you know.
Yes, 100%. We have talked about it in Me, Friends, Cookie Daddy, in off-camera type stuff, where you have to be so intentional when you're in getting involved with other people,
Yes.
because you and your partner have their own type of communication, nonverbals, all of those things, and you have your boundaries that you have to like work on and respect. But then when you bring other people in or a third person in, I've heard horror stories where either like they aren't considerate of the third person because they're not in the relationship. So
Yeah.
like their priority is their partner, which it's good to have that priority, but you also have to have the other person's
Into
in
consideration.
yes.
Yeah. And it could be a consent, between the partners. Like, okay, you're gonna be the third person, and it's gonna be okay. For
Yeah.
example, I like that. I think in our performance, I like having you. I mean, me as a guest, and having you together, watching you like enjoy yourself.
Yes.
So I agreed with that.
Yeah.
But that's sort of true. You were like, what do you like? What do you don't like? What do you
Yeah.
want to do? What you don't
What
want to
makes
do?
you feel good?
Exactly.
Yeah, because it's
Exactly.
we're not just here to have you be like the third person, like
Yeah.
the second mouth or whatever. Like we're like, no, what makes you feel good?
Exactly,
Like yeah,
exactly.
because it's so important.
Yeah.
And so many people I think can take that for granted.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the idea. That's why, even though you have a partner for years, and I know that you mostly talk every time you're going to have sex, like what yes, what no, It's
Yeah.
because it's something like in the present. It's not like, okay, we already are partners, so this is going to be the forever way,
Yes. Yeah. All right. Yeah. You always have to constantly be communicating with your partner.
Yeah.
Even if you've been together for 10 plus years,
Yeah.
every single time you have to have the consent talk, the
Exactly.
boundaries talk. Like obviously
The
there's
emotions could be like this. We're humans. Like today I can feel like so good. Tomorrow I can feel like so down,
Yes.
So yeah.
Yes, absolutely. Okay, so moving into the segment about like your scenes and how you've kind of grown within the industry, especially in the States. What scene do you feel put you on the map for the States?
Johnny Sins.
Johnny Sins.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
tell me more about that.
I know people have told me like Johnny Sins have debuted a lot of girls, and probably yes, but I come from a third world country. I mean, let's say products country.
Yeah.
There's no industry at all, like at all. So this is a thing. When I came here, I actually was not looking to do like this type of collaborations. It was not mainstream, but people out of the industry don't get the difference,
Yes.
For people, it's just porn.
Yeah.
So when I did this scene, I remember I was working at that moment with a friend. She was like helping me with management and stuff. And she told me like, this is an opportunity for you. There's a lot of girls in US that might be like already in the industry collaborated with Johnny Sins, but there are other girls that has been waiting for that collaboration, and it was your debut, coming from a world that there's no industry.
Yes.
So I think, it's like a resume.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a resume. Like, okay, I collaborated with this guy, so I'm small. I don't have that many followers yet compared to other creators. But I think like I've been receiving a lot of followers from people big in the industry because they see like this is my work of trust.
Yes.
It's like, oh, she was with Johnny Sins. It means something.
Yes.
So I think that was the opening that I was very grateful actually with Naked Bakers and Austin because they were the ones who invited me to this world at first sight. When I accepted the collaboration with Johnny Sins, honestly, he was super like professional. I felt so good, and I like it so much that I discovered during that. I was like, I'm comfortable doing this.
Yeah.
So then I started looking for others. Then I also did with Manuel Ferrara, with Kieran Lee. Kieran connected me to Brazzers. So I started doing that. And plus, in Latin America, I went to Colombia, which is another industry already there.
Okay.
Thanks to Esperanza Gomez, who was like the first porn star in Colombia. I was able to collaborate in my first hardcore sex scene in Jummy.
Yeah.
Jummy is a producer over there. And it was actually really good. So I think in Costa Rica, since I was the first person over there, and then doing also things like hardcore sex was a thing. And that's how I started like having opportunities with other great creators like you and others, like meeting through, for example, Naked Baker and stuff like that. So I think that's how I've been building that. If you ask me, did you plan collaborating with Johnny Sins? No, it was not in my plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's just the intention that you put out there
Exactly.
that led you to the opportunity.
Exactly.
That opened up all the other doors for you.
Yeah. And plus, I come from a very conservative country. So when I start doing like the explicit content, even by my own, I remember like a lot of people told me like, that's not good, that's bad. And
Yeah.
you have like, you doubt yourself, like, is this bad? Because I don't feel bad.
Yeah.
So I remember I have like this personally like big relationship with God. I believe in God in a certain way that I was like, okay, listen, I don't feel this is bad. But if this is bad and I'm not feeling it, and it is, please close me the doors. If it's good for me and you get my intention because I have an intention, open me the doors.
Yes.
And then a week later, I was collaborating with Johnny Sin. So for me, it was like
A sign
Yeah.
from the universe.
It's like
A sign from
I'm
the universe
approved.
was like, "Yep, you're doing good, baby.
I'm
Keep
approved."
going, Sokanuma." I love
Yeah.
that. I love hearing that you're essentially like a pioneer porn star for Costa Rica.
Yeah, yeah. And now we have another porn star that she has been doing a lot. She also already collaborated with Brazzers. It's Kenya. I love
Okay.
her. I have to introduce her to her. She's a sweetie. And she started before me in Costa Rica. But I just was the first Costa Rica like in the US industry. And then she came right after me. So she's actually really good as well. So
Yeah.
we're only two now. But I know she supports me. I support her. It's very nice.
It's good.
Yeah.
And then we'll continue to get some more Costa Rican
Yeah.
girls. I feel like it's ironic that even though Costa Rica is a smaller conservative country,
Yeah.
like even in the States where it's the industry is
Yeah.
here, it sometimes can feel just as conservative.
Yeah.
So it's like it doesn't really matter, I feel, where you live.
Yeah.
It's always a no-no, right?
Exactly.
So it's like, you're like, well, if I move to the States, I'm going to get just as much hate. But, staying in Costa Rica, I love it. Because you said Costa Rica's what, 5 million people live there?
Just 5 million people, yeah.
Yeah,
It's
which
just
is crazy.
Like Australia, I guess. I think, for example, like Angela White comes from Australia, and what I understand is like it's a small country. So,
Yes. Yeah, because it's just like pretty much on the coast.
Exactly.
Yeah,
exactly,
because it's such a big continent. So kind of segmenting into our next question, which goes right into it. What's something people often assume about you that is completely wrong?
That I'm always like having sex with everybody. Like, and it's like, no, I go back to Costa Rica and I enter in a celibated state. you know?
Yes.
Because, first of all, I listen to myself. Like, I don't want to perform just like several movies just cause. I always look for movies that makes me feel good so I can bring my brand, which is, like feeling comfortable, providing real sex and stuff like that. But I also, in the industry, we take care a lot of our health, sexual health and stuff. So in Costa Rica, there's still because I want to give them an example of doing tests,
Yes.
constant tests and stuff. So I call them the muggles. The muggles are like, people.
Muggles.
So since the muggles don't do tests, it's like I cannot be with them because I'm really passionate about it. I wanna keep in the industry for a long time, and I really need to make sure that it's
Your
not only
sexual health is being taken care of.
Exactly. So I think people think that. Also, people think like for example, like because I do like hardcore sex, like in real life, I always want to be with several people, and it's not always like that. I mean, I like it in performance, and I enjoy that. But I'm also very I think like emotionally, I can fall in love only with one person.
Yes.
Then I can be open sexually. But emotionally, people think that it's the same.
Yes.
Because again, they don't have like education.
Education,
about,
yes. Yeah. And it's totally different. It can be like a one-off where, normally you're supposed to drink water every single day.
Yeah.
But some days I want a soda. Some days
Exactly.
I want juice.
Exactly.
But every single day you have to
fill it
have
with
your water.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like that. So I think I'm very selective, being real. Like out of the industry, I only had my 3 ex-boyfriends, and I was mostly with them since I was 18 years old.
Yeah.
So I think it's like I'm very selective. Now I'm open because I feel in a safe place.
Yes.
Where you can discover your sexuality. But naturally, out of cameras, I'm very selective. Open, yes, to discover things, but selective.
Yes, if you had your foundational partner
Exactly.
and exploring sexually together in a consensual way.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And I
which-
will be good if he is with others and stuff, but it's like I like communication. And emotionally, I'm pretty sure that I only can be attached to one person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I'm the same way. I am not a poly girl. No, and I just want one partner.
Yeah.
And I was the same way. I was very much a serial monogamist.
Mm-hmm.
Like since the time I started dating, I only had boyfriends. Like
Yeah.
I didn't ever really sleep around. Actually, I did not sleep around.
Yeah, exactly.
Because again, yeah, it's hard to be truly vulnerable and save your energy when people are just coming in and you
Getting
just
out, yeah.
feeling used. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't like that. And the
Exactly,
only time I
exactly.
tried to do a one night stand was with my husband.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I think it's just like it's a way. I mean, people need more education in discovering themselves because there's poly people, and that's okay. But so you cannot be attached to someone that is not poly,
Yes.
because then there's gonna be like a lack.
An imbalance.
Exactly.
Yes. I've had friends that were poly and had partners that were not poly, and it became very taxing.
It's a mess. It's a mess.
On
Yeah.
the non-poly
Exactly.
people, because
Yeah.
they always usually wanted more or
Yeah.
needed more,
Yeah.
or eventually just was like, I can't do this anymore.
Exactly.
Right. So you have to.
I
You
think
gotta
it's
find
discovering
it.
yourself and being loyal to yourself. Then you can talk to your partner or partners and say, okay, this is what I'm able to
Provide.
Exactly.
Yes, I agree. I think the biggest thing and takeaway from conversations with your relationship
Yeah.
is the fact that you get to have your own thoughts, feelings, and emotions about things, and your partner gets to have their own. And
Yeah.
a healthy relationship is being able to talk about those and come to an understanding.
Exactly, exactly. So you can have a balance, like a middle point. You
Yes,
know?
yeah.
Because of course no one is gonna be exactly the same, but you can have like similar principles and stuff that then you can go with negotiables and non-negotiables.
Yes,
Yeah.
100%. That's exactly how Cookie Daddy and I are, right? Like, I'm like more monogamish, where I'm
Yeah.
like a little sprinkle in, right? Like a
Every
Coke
once-
every
yeah.
time, a little bit, and then like a juice here and there, but like my need for that is very low.
Okay.
And then Cookie Daddy, he would be in a, sexy
Yes, but-
party
yeah.
every day if he could. He's the slut in the relationship, but we have come to an agreement on like, this is what I can do, this is where he can give, and then we meet in the middle, and then
you
we
make it
just
work.
make
Yeah,
it work.
exactly,
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah, because
And you can feel that. You can feel how it works. I mean, you have 11 years already together. It means because it has been working, you know?
yes,
Exactly.
yeah, and also like that can change at any point in time.
Exactly.
And a lot of people are like, well, I just don't know how you can do stuff like that. I'm like, well, you've never had an 11-year relationship. So
Exactly.
you have no idea
Exactly. You
what
cannot
it's
tell me.
like.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly.
It's not like day one we got into this.
Exactly. Totally.
And all of a sudden we were like, let's sleep with other people. And we were like, it was so long and far
Yeah.
before anything like that ever happened.
Yeah, I think it's like when you start like evolving and then, because, for example, I understood that like personally, nowadays, I'm not in love. Maybe when I'm getting love, I could change mindset. But now what I think is like, yeah, I could be totally emotionally with just one person and be maybe a little bit lower than having others. But I also like to watch the person with others.
Yes.
It's something like, I don't know if it comes from a trauma or whatever, but it's something that now, as we were talking off camera, it's like
Yeah.
sexuality desires comes from trauma.
Yeah, some sort of sexual trauma or just trauma in general, where
Exactly.
it's like connection or something.
Exactly. So I think it's just a way to learn how to you attach to other people and be loyal to that and, come on an agreement. That
Yes.
can change. It's not written in stone.
So in case anybody missed that, sexual fantasies and fetishes are rooted in trauma.
Yeah.
That is
Yeah.
an unarguable type of
Yeah,
thing.
totally.
You cannot argue anything other than that. And if you think you can, go to therapy. If you think you can argue your way out of something.
Yeah.
But everyone should go to therapy. So if you're listening,
It's a gift. It's
go
a gift.
to
It's a tool.
therapy.
It's a tool.
It's
Yeah.
very helpful.
Yeah.
Because you can have therapy is not meant to change who you are. It's meant to have a deeper understanding
About who you are.
about who you
Yeah.
are and your situation.
I have tools to manage yourself in a
Yes.
better way for you and others.
Yes, I think that therapy gets such a bad rap because people think like, oh, well, they're gonna change me, or I like the way
Yeah.
that I am. There's nothing wrong with the way that you
Yeah,
are.
just discover yourself even more so you can be even more yourself.
Yes, just have a
Exactly.
deeper understanding. So you're like,
Yeah.
oh, okay, that makes sense, right? Because I think, at least in my own individual therapy, it's all about my therapist goes, it's the story we tell ourselves. And if
Yeah.
you don't like that story, then tell yourself a different story.
Exactly. And discover yourself because, for example, people think like when we talk about sexual desires or fetishes comes from trauma, it's not actually bad. It's actually what I was explaining like we have pain, natural pain. Our parents like cause us pain. I cause pain to my son, stuff like that, naturally.
Yeah.
So this pain create like a way for you to respond to life. So having like a fetishes and stuff is not bad. It's actually good because it's a way you convert that pain in something pleasurable,
Yes.
So it's actually good. So that's why therapy is good because it's going deeper to what you need so you can feel even better with yourself,
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, absolutely. Okay, so we're moving into like the personal side of things, which I love. So is there a scene that felt like more of a personal milestone than a career one?
The DP, the
Yeah.
first DP. Yeah, because it was something totally new and something that if you ask me out of the industry, will you do a DP? Probably I would say, no, it's not in my scope. But when I saw the behind the scenes of my friend Brittany Taylor in Colombia and I saw how she develop herself and everything, I saw art over there. So it was like more personal stuff. Like, okay, I'm gonna do something that personally I wouldn't be, like looking for.
Yeah.
But I wanted to experience in my actually career life. But it's gonna be a personal,
Achievement for you.
exactly. And when I did it, like the way for me, I remember I meditated when they were like doing my makeup and everything, and I felt so ready that I can say that this scene was actually real good, and I felt it like I enjoyed it.
Yes.
Yeah, and I discovered like, oh, I discovered another sexual desire that I have nowadays, at least in front of camera, but I can enjoy it.
Yes.
So it was personal achievement because it was like, okay, I will never ever in the past be with more than one man. I
Yes.
could be with other girls, but more than one man now. So now like doing the DP was like, I can do this, and I can feel not like like degraded, but I feel like more like I was the center of attention. So it
Yes.
was like I changed my mindset.
Yes. I love that. That's awesome. I could never do that. So kudos to you.
Yeah. Thank you.
If I was in that situation, my soul would probably leave my body, but
Exactly.
I'm also not a little queen like you are. So
Yeah, you are in
I'm a queen in other ways, but not in that way. I'll bow down to you on that. Okay, so we're gonna play a game.
Woo.
It's like a quick fire around game. Have you ever played the game Fuck, Marry, Kill?
No.
Okay,
Okay.
so I'm gonna give you 3 names,
Okay.
and you have to fuck one, marry one, and kill one.
Okay.
Okay, so fuck, marry, kill. Johnny Sins, Manuel Ferreira, Kieran Lee.
Oh shit. Okay, so I have to fuck one.
Yes, marry one,
one?
and kill one.
Oh my god. This is a hard one. I'm sorry,
No, it's
Kara,
good.
Manuel, and Johnny.
Okay, so let's go. Who are you fucking?
I will do a threesome and then no, I'm kidding. I think Manuel Ferrara.
Okay, Manuel Ferreira.
Yeah.
Marry,
I will marry Kieran Lee.
and you're
I
gonna
will bet-
kill Johnny
But
Sins.
because Johnny Sins has several like roles, so I think he could go like being a shaman and
And he'll be a doctor, and he'll fix
exactly.
himself.
So he'll fix himself. So he's gonna be like you won't kill me, bitch. I
He'll
know
be
how
like
to
a
explain myself. Exactly.
like a 007 character, and then he'll just like somehow you think you killed him, but you
Exactly.
brought him. He brought him. back.
He's gonna act like a shaman, so he's gonna like go back to life. So he has the power to do that. So that's
He's God essentially.
exactly. So that's why like okay, you can go back to life.
Oh my gosh, I freaking love that. Okay, so Kieran Lee, I now pronounce you man and wife, and Manuel Ferreira, you get the last hurrah with this one before she kills Johnny Sins. I love that. Okay, so you're saying that you're single and right now.
Yes.
Something that's like a little bit spicy that I'm interested because you're such a very positive, intentional, like purposeful person.
Thank you.
And when you date, I feel like it would be the same way. But I'm very curious to hear if there's any red flags that you find a turn on.
Okay, red flags that I actually like.
Yeah,
Okay.
like you're like
The one that I
that's
talk in therapy.
yeah, you're like that's a red flag, but I'll take him anyways.
I would say it's a red flag when it's too much, but I like it when it's balanced, the rejection. Because, as a woman and in the industry, we have a lot of men like coming to us that they want us because
Yes.
they have like this desire. So I have a lot of men that they will date with me. Like they see me in real life and you feel like they're just behind you. So you're used to having a lot of man attention.
Yeah.
So I love when there's a man that he could not give me that much attention, but there is a limit when they could be like just rejection.
Yes.
Because that's my trauma, like rejection and abandonment that I've been working on. So I think I have to balance because if it's just because the guy is focused on himself and he has like priorities, then it's not actually a red flag.
Yeah.
So it's balanced, but when it goes like he actually don't want to, like he doesn't want to
Date you at all?
at all,
Yeah.
that's a red flag, and I might feel like attracted by that.
Yeah. Oh, girls, me too.
Yeah.
I'm like,
you're the same.
oh, I like the chase.
I like
you
yours,
said
exactly.
no. Okay, I'm gonna change your mind.
You get me.
Yeah, I feel like a lot of people like that. If you guys are out there, guys, stop hitting on girls at the bar. If anything,
Exactly.
just reject them and ignore them,
And they will be
and they
like,
will come and chase you.
This motherfucker.
he does not want to buy me a drink.
Exactly.
He walks up to you at the bar and is like, talks to you, hi, and then you're like, excuse me, grabs a bar napkin and then just like walks away.
Exactly.
Oh my god, that is so funny.
Yeah, it's so funny. I now have been like learn how to balance because I've been in situations where guys actually reject me that much because they read it like, oh, she like it, and then when it's too much, it's like, no.
Yeah.
I now handle it, but I like they have priorities on themselves because it means that if he's not super out with me, it means he's not gonna be with any women.
I agree.
Yeah.
I've always said, and that's one thing that like my mom has always told me, like, and I feel like a lot of people in society kind of just feel this way in general. There's like that movie, he's just not that into you. It's like if there's a man and he likes you, he will tell you.
Exactly.
And if he doesn't, then he genuinely has
It's not
zero
into you.
interested
Exactly.
whatsoever.
Exactly.
So don't go chasing the guys who don't call you back.
Yeah.
'Cause-
And the how do you call it? The oval doesn't chase the sperm.
yeah.
It's like, come on, it's the other way around.
Yeah, it's the other way around, 100%. And then when a man is like very comfortable in like his career, his life, blah blah blah, whatever,
He's gonna be
then
sure.
he's gonna go and look for a partner.
Yeah,
Yep.
exactly.
No, I totally agree. So, what is the one thing? Because it seems like you're very woke and like aware of a lot of things. So
Oh,
I'm
thank you.
very very curious. What is one thing about your job that has nothing to do with work, but you're amazing at?
Something from my work.
So something about your job
Okay.
that you truly are amazing at, but doesn't inherently have to do with your work, like
think,
sexually or otherwise.
Okay, I think the educational part because
Absolutely.
this is more. I mean, porn is mostly entertainment.
Yes.
But I also enjoy a lot, and that's actually my actually purpose in the industry and everything, to also provide like crude videos about educational like sexuality.
Yes.
And not only like at the act. Sexuality is a lot more since you're born and everything. So that's something I'm very passionate that I know I can be in the industry just in entertainment and going well, but I know it's not gonna fulfill me as much as I can combine both.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember you were telling me that you did a video that was like how to give an orgasm.
Yeah.
And it was like a self-demonstration.
Exactly.
On how to do that.
Yeah, because it's not that you have like this is a how-to in the meaning that everybody's the same, but I
Yes.
was able to say this is a how-to, this is my how-to, and maybe providing you what I do might help you to also discover yourself and see what makes you go
Feel
on an
good.
orgasm.
Yes,
Yeah, exactly.
100%.
Exactly.
I know. I feel like that's such a thing, especially even as a female.
Yeah.
Like guys are taught to,
Yeah.
jerk it off and it works.
Yeah.
But for girls, there
100%.
are so many
So many.
freaking buttons. Have you seen the TV show Friends?
Yeah.
Yeah, where Monica's like explaining all the erogenous zones.
Exactly,
And she's
exactly,
like, there's
exactly.
7 of them. And she like goes through and counts them. And they were like, that's one? That's one? You're like, yeah, there's a lot.
It's a lot, exactly. It's like how you learn how to erotize your whole body because sex is sensational and people think it's just like a penis and vagina.
Yes.
And it's not like that. It's like it could be my feet, it
Yes.
could be my hands, it could be so many stuff. And plus, as a woman, probably it happens to you, like it has a foreplay that comes even more than just touch. It's like the eyes,
Yes.
like
the nonverbals.
the non-verbal stuff. It's like
100%.
there's for me is when sex starts.
Yes.
Like, yeah.
Yes. Cookie Daddy and I have that conversation. We've had that because we realized that we had never. So we went to sex counseling.
Great. That's great.
Just to like improve our relationship.
Exactly.
Nothing is like wrong, but like we're just
It's like we
wanted
want-
to be a better
yeah, exactly,
couple.
exactly.
And that was one of the things on this like questionnaire on the introductory like lesson was like, what's foreplay to you?
Exactly.
How long is your ideal amount of sex? Like timeline.
Yeah.
Right? And like
Because
I
there's a
didn't ever
difference.
think about
Yeah.
that because I was like, sometimes, yeah, like I just want a quickie and I just want to roll over and go to bed or roll over and get up for the day, right?
Yeah.
And sometimes I want really long, passionate, intimate days.
It makes total sense. Come again, it's like a present moment. It's not like a sex has to be always like this. It could be one day just something quick.
Yeah.
Another day maybe you want to go to a dinner and have like
Yeah.
this playful side,
Yeah.
So it's like it's understanding yourself and the person you're gonna be with.
Yes.
You know?
I feel like a good summary of that is sex should always be an adventure.
Exactly, because otherwise it's gonna be boring.
It's boring.
Yeah,
It's boring.
And we can say that we're in the industry. Sometimes it tends to be that, for example, for myself, when it's just work, 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 I need to disconnect just 1 week, 2 weeks. I don't know the amount of time I need for me to recover like the actual desire.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%. We always explain, Cookie Daddy and have the language of like explaining our cups being full.
Yeah.
And how full is our cup. And
Great. That's great.
how quickly does it, how big is the cup? How small is the cup? Because, right, like I have a cup for our sex life and then I have a cup for non-monogamy.
Exactly.
And they're different sizes for me.
Totally. Yeah.
And they also empty at different paces.
Points. Yeah, it's true.
right?
That's
and
true.
so
That's true.
being able to kind of have that communication with your partner is so
It's a
incredible.
need. It's a need.
so
Exactly.
incredibly
Yeah.
important. Like I cannot stress that enough. Yeah, because if you are mismatched and you're not talking, then like the next thing you know, you're like that old married couple that never has sex because you're so just annoyed with your partner.
Exactly, and that's not healthy.
No, because
Yeah.
it leads to cheating. It leads to
Exactly.
just being contempt and
Yeah,
resentful.
yeah, totally. That's not helpful. I think it's like I like when you say the cup because exactly we have different type of cups,
Yes.
even with the same partner.
Yes.
Because you're together, but you have like different cups for different, like sexual situations. So that's being conscious about it. For me, that's a tool. Again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like backdoor cup. Now she real
Exactly.
small.
Exactly.
She's really small for me. But
Exactly.
sometimes I'm like, I need a
I
little,
want to-
I need a little extra today.
Exactly. So I think that's the way. So it makes like I don't know, like couples to work even better. There's gonna be always like this, but I think when you have communication, that's how you can stay for longer, even if you change
Yes.
mindset. Yeah.
100%.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Well, this has been amazing. My last and final question. If you could be any cookie, what would you be?
Oh, I like. I'll be peanut butter cookie.
Ooh,
butter.
maybe we'll have to make that on a live
Oh,
together.
yeah, that would be great, actually.
Amazing. Thank you so much for coming on the
Thank you,
show,
Cookie.
Miss Sokanuma, Louisiana. If anybody wants to find you, where can they look you up?
You can find me at sakanuma.com. It's gonna be like sakanuma.com, and there you have all my links.
Perfect.
Yeah,
Well,
thank you so much for having me.
Yes, and we'll see you guys next
Bye,
time.
guys.